The 49ers are coming off of 8 straight wins and now are headed to Las Vegas to attack on them Las Vegas Raiders. How excited are you guys? There's a lot to unfold during this video, but first I do want to give a quick injury update. Now, the time that I'm making this video, it is 24 hours before that this video is actually being released. Okay, so I am recording this Thursday night, so everything's up to date on my part. Things can change within a 24-hour time frame, but so far we were a little worried with Nick Bosa missing some practice due to an illness. As of today's practice report, which is on Thursday, he was there and he was limited. Also, Deebo Samuel was also there and limited. Very exciting to see that Deebo Samuel is back on the field. Do I expect him to play? I think he takes one more game off, but Nick Bosa is huge. Why I say that, I'm not saying that we absolutely need Nick Bosa to win this game, but this guy has 17 and a half sacks this season and also 42 QB hits this season. And yes, that is first on both categories. Defensive Player of the Year coming up, but Nick Bosa is 2 sacks away. I believe I could be mistaken. 2 sacks away from beating the season sack record for the San Francisco 49ers. I do believe Aldon Smith is carrying that at 18 and a half. And right now, Nick Bosa is at 17 and a half. So he's 1 away from tying it, 2 away from, or 1.5 away from completely winning that or getting that. And I really want him to get it this next game against the Raiders. Not only do I think it's going to be easy against the Raiders in the past 2 games have allowed 6 sacks to Derek Carr, which we will dive into that a little bit later. But I want him to get it so that I don't hear that, oh, Nick Bosa needed 17 games in order to get that record. I don't think he did, right? So hopefully he gets a sack and a half this upcoming game. Hopefully he's fully healthy and he performs. But that's not all as far as the injury report. Also, Mitch Wisnowski, I have not gotten an update on him yet, but he did miss Wednesday practice with an illness as well. And I do think that this is significant because we all seen the Niners struggle when it comes to special teams, and Mitch has been playing out of his mind this year. I don't know if it's because he got paid or whatnot, but we need him out there on the field. Finally, let's dive into this Raiders game. I'm super excited. There's a lot to unfold here. Like I said before, we got Derek Carr being benched for the remainder of the season and being replaced with Jarrett Stidham. I believe he's coming off of the Patriots. I do have a friend who is a Patriots fan, so I do know a little bit about Stidham. I like to call him Stidham. A lot of people like to call him Stidham. I'm not too sure. I don't think it's going to make a big difference out there in the field. But yeah, Derek Carr, he was leading the league with 14 interceptions, including Saturday night during a 13-10 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now he's getting replaced with Stidham, who's only thrown 61 passes in his career and has never had an NFL start. So things are looking bright for the Niners. Never a downside. Even if the team was fully healthy on the Raiders side, I still feel like we're coming out on top. We're playing so dominant. We're playing dominant football right now, offensively and defensively. Of course, with our guy, Brock the Rock Purdy. Love him. My gosh, hit that like button if you are a big fan of Brock Purdy. And I cannot wait to see how this offseason unfolds with our QB situation. There's going to be a lot going on, a lot of stress happening. But right now, let's focus on this season. Let's focus on this game. All right. So going forward, we did have the coach. I believe his name is Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniels over there with Miami. Josh McDaniel. He came out and said, "Quote: I think there's a possibility that we would do the right thing regardless of the position for us to be able to win at this time of the year and be productive. Offensively, you have to throw the ball better than what we've thrown at times here in the last month and a half. We've been able to win some in spite of that overall, but clearly that's not the goal. The goal would be to be more productive than what we've been." End quote. Now, these guys are in trouble. I mean, honestly, salary wise, they got no money. It is horrible. I fully believe this. Derek Carr being benched is a non-injury related issue. So I do believe it's to avoid injury with Derek Carr. There has to be something inside his contract in order for the Raiders not to dish out more money. What I mean by that is Derek Carr gets injured. There could be something in his contract where he gets a certain amount of money coming into him, kind of like a safety protocol. But I could be wrong. I think it's something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But moving on, Derek Carr also said he will not be traveling with the team. He will not be practicing with the team. He is not doing these things so that he won't be a distraction for the team. Now that says a lot, Derek Carr, I know he's very passionate about the sport. He's very passionate about the Raiders as well. He's always been a Raiders fan ever since he was growing up. So this takes a lot for this man to not participate in these things. I'm not too sure if the Raiders club just doesn't believe in Carr anymore or what the future plans are. I don't feel like he will be a Raider next year, which is very unfortunate. And Derek Carr did come out and say, I think last offseason, that he'd rather retire than get traded or move on to another team. So will he stick to his word? I don't know. Only time could tell, right? So going forward with his teammate Devontae Adams, he comes out, right? A lot of interviews, a lot of eyes on him, and he comes out and says, "This man gave everything he had. The reason I'm a Raider, one of the most disciplined and loving people I know, got my brothers back through whatever." And then also he added a emoji of a middle finger that was directed to anyone who quote can't respect it. So Devontae Adams, he's very passionate, which he should be. Which is that's not only a great teammate, but that's a great friend, right? Because honestly, they're best friends. It's good to watch each other's back. So good on him. And then we got some swag going on from the Niners, right? We got Brandon Ayuk coming out and said, because they quoted Devontae Adams, says Devontae Adams wouldn't be a Raider without Derek Carr. And then Brandon Ayuk comes out and comments, says, "Sit out this week, stand with your guy." Oh man, I don't know if you noticed, but Brandon Ayuk has so much, I don't know what you call it, swag or whatnot. He likes to get in people's faces, and I absolutely love it. I think we need it as a Niners organization. You got Depot with that finesse. You got Kittle with his awesome personality. You need that guy with that dog, right? Who's ready, that attack dog. And I think that's Brandon Ayuk. So I love that just by him going out there. Now we could go ahead and really get into this game and not so much the drama. So the Raiders, in the last 4 games, they have blown 10-point plus leads after half. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think they're going to be able to score that highly on our offense, only because the Raiders only get things rolling whenever Josh Jacobs is on fire, right? And we've seen those games where Josh Jacobs has gone out there and performed to what he's supposed to be. But the Niners have something to say to that. The Niners hold running backs to a 3.3 yards per carry, which is ranked first in the NFL. I'll love to see Josh Jacobs try to get in there and do something else. I do think he'll be heavily involved in this game, given that the backup quarterback is taking over the starting position. But I don't think it's enough for him to really cause havoc on the 49ers defense. We are the best against the run, and we are no joke against the pass either. I mean, you have Travarius Ward suiting up and getting ready for Devontae Adams, which a lot of people are like, okay, what do you think about Devontae Adams? He is still a force to be reckoned with. Well, in the past 2 weeks, he's had a combined yardage of 43 yards. Combined in the past 2 weeks, he has been irrelevant and really not a factor in that offense. And now without Derek Carr, without that connection, what can you think of Devontae Adams? I don't know. The only thing that pops up in my head is Charvarius Ward locking him down. Am I right or am I right? I'm super excited about this. I hope you guys are too. Um, if you guys can't tell by my energy right now, I'm on cloud nine. Are you kidding me? Niners 8-game winning streak with Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan with 3 quarterbacks this year, and they clinched the playoffs already. They're on top of their division with a guy they called Mr. Irrelevant. Kyle Shanahan should be considered as coach of the year. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if people say that he's ticky tacky on his play calls. This guy needs to be at least in the running for head coach of the year. it's there. It's in the stars, right? But that's all I got for you guys today. I'm super excited about this game. If you guys go to Las Vegas, make sure you are safe and drink responsibly or do whatever you got to do. Just be responsible, be safe. Remember, there's others out there. Also, if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out our TikTok. Hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. We are on the road to 400, which we will be doing a giveaway once we do that. And that's all I got for y'all today. Until next time, keep on grinding.